Thanks for joining us for another edition of The Small Business Show with Jim Fitzpatrick, exclusively on ASBN.com.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining us today. You're watching another edition of The Small Business Show exclusively right here at ASBN.com and now streaming on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Every day, more businesses are adopting artificial intelligence to drive their businesses' value. Joining us now is Chief AI Strategist and Keynote Speaker, Dr. Lisa Palmer. Dr. Palmer has been featured in Forbes Magazine, Fox Media, and NBC, but now she has really gotten to the height of her career by joining us on ASBN.com. So Dr. Palmer, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. Very much appreciate it.
My pleasure to be here.
Yeah, nobody's really heard of NBC, right? I mean, it's really more about ASBN. Nevertheless,
I love your audience, so I'm thrilled to be here.
That's great. That's great. And I know that they're going to get a lot out of today's segment. So you might want to take notes on this one because it has, we're going to be talking about AI, which is a very, very hot topic, as you all know out there. And you're trying to figure out what kind of an impact this is going to have in your businesses and how you run your businesses and such. So buckle up. So for those that are not as familiar with your story as we are here at the show, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and your journey thus far.
I am a lifelong technologist and executive business leader from the corporate world. And a little over a year ago, I decided to launch my own firm. So I am also a small business owner.
There you go. There you go. That's great. Fantastic. So how can businesses strategically leverage AI to drive value?
I think the most important thing to remember is that these are empowerment tools. So think of it as tools, just like anything else that you use in your business. And we have two ways of using it. We can use it to drive up our productivity, and we can also use it to drive new revenue.
That's exactly what I think people want to hear, right? Is how do we drive more revenue using this? But in your experience, what are some ways that AI can enhance business operations and outcomes?
The easiest, quickest thing to do is to learn how to use large language models. I encourage you, if you don't have a ChatGPT account, get one today. If you're not using tools like Bing Chat, start using them today. These are powerful productivity tools that I turn to multiple times every day as a business owner myself.
Yeah, and they're so easy to use, right? I mean, for those that haven't gotten on that platform yet, ChatGPT, it is so easy to use. It's much like using Google. You literally just type in any type of event that you want to write about or question or what have you, and it's going to come right back in seconds with content that's really going to floor you, right, in many cases.
Incredibly easy to use.
Yeah.
If you can type a question, you're good to go. That's really all that's required.
That's right. That's right. So everyone at every age can use this. This is just for the Generation Z crowd or the millennials out there. This is literally for everyone. If you can buy tickets for an airline, then you can definitely use ChatGPT, right? What do you predict will be the upcoming trends in AI and business in the next few years?
We are going to continue to see the growth of what's possible with these consumer-facing artificial intelligence tools, and it's going to be embedded in every part of our lives. We've already seen AI being used for years. So anyone that orders on Amazon and sees those recommended products pop to the top, you're using artificial intelligence.
That's right.
And those things, we've had it around us for years. We just didn't realize what it was. We're going to continue to see more and more of that proliferation of AI into our daily lives. And those who learn to wield these tools early are going to have a major advantage in the market.
I agree. And almost on every credit card or airline that you call up, when that person says, "How can I help you today?" and you respond, and the person is then typing a computer, or it sounds like they're typing a computer to make it like they're checking on your reservation or what have you. That's all AI. I mean, you literally feel like you're talking to somebody, right, on the other end of this phone.
It's so realistic.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to tell. Those that are doing this really well, it is creating a fantastic customer experience.
That's right. That's right. And we're all using it when we use Waze and we use different technology in our car, and it says, make a right at the next traffic light. It's all AI. I mean, everybody is using it every day. So why not incorporate it in your business to move your business forward, right?
Exactly. So as you go through your workday, any task that you are undertaking, whether it's writing an email, maybe you've got accounting work that you need to do, you are working on a marketing plan, you need legal advice, some baseline legal advice or review of a contract to give you a quick synopsis of what are the risks inherent in my business if I pursue this. Obviously, we need to have humans that are involved in this process with us, but it gives you a front lines tool, a partner. I call it partnering with AI in every aspect of the work that you do throughout the day, if you'll embrace these tools.
That's right. That's right. And I will tell you, we have used it, my wife and I, who's my partner here at the company, we have used it for tasks like writing a thank you letter for somebody that's come in, to apply for a job, or maybe a new client that's come aboard, and we want to send them kind of a welcoming letter to our organization. I mean, it has worked incredibly well for tasks just like that, right?
Fantastic example. And you can load the things that are core to your brand. What are your products and services? What is your vision and mission? How do you want people to feel when they interact with your brand? You can load that information in to make the system really customized to you so that what it creates sounds like you and is very useful immediately to your business needs.
Sure. And the more you're using it, the more you're actually training AI so that it can serve you better. Talk to us about that.
This is absolutely true. So the more that you interact with these tools, I like to think of it as onboarding a new team member. The more context that new team member has about your customers, what you're trying to achieve, what the macro environment looks like, et cetera, the more context you give that new hire, the better able to participate in your business they are. And these AI tools, particularly large language models, this is how they work. This is how something like ChatGPT gets better and better. Think about it like onboarding a new team member.
Yeah, it's a very good example for sure, because the more time you spend with that team member, the better they get at their tasks and their job responsibilities. And it's the same with ChatGPT. The more that chat gets to know your core beliefs and your product and your service and your company, it can serve you better down the road. It's just incredible, right?
It is. So the more, whenever you interact with something like ChatGPT, you're creating a threaded conversation. And the more of those threads, the more times that you have a conversation, just like with a new employee, the better it understands what it is you're trying to achieve and the more useful outputs it can create for you. So starting today is absolutely critical to you being at an even better place tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So it is additive.
That's right. We actually here in the media business, we actually encourage our entire staff, anybody that's writing anything, whether it be posts for our social platforms or whether it be some articles, we always tell them to go to chat if for no other reason than to get it right, to get it accurate. And so it's a great tool for that. And many of you that want to play a bigger role in social media in 2024 and you feel like, I don't know what I'm going to write. I get stuck. I get writer's block. Is this really going to be good enough for somebody to read? I want to do a post about something on LinkedIn, but I don't know if it's going to be that good. This is your answer right here, right?
So what I encourage people to do is think of this as a partnership. You're iterating, you're coming up with brainstorming ideas. It's giving you a draft, and then you edit that draft. The sweet sauce is when you are figuring out how to truly partner with it so that you get the very best benefit of the speed and capability of the tools with the creativity and the expertise that you bring to the party. So make sure that you are never just taking wholeheartedly what it provides to you. Instead, you are checking the resources, you're checking the sources that it gives you, and you're really applying your own intellect to what it creates.
Yep. Totally agree. Dr. Lisa, tell our audience what it is that you do currently for your business and how your business might be able to help the people that are listening.
I provide strategy guidance from an artificial intelligence perspective. So how do you get those productivity benefits, and how do you get those revenue benefits from leveraging artificial intelligence? That's what I help organizations to do. My small business customers I focus very strategically on what are they trying to accomplish from a business goals perspective, and then what are the tools that we can bring to bear for them to immediately begin using to drive that productivity and those revenue possibilities.
Yep, and there's going to be a lot of people that probably will reach out to you from this broadcast because there's a lot of questions, right? And as we said in the opening of the segment, AI still makes a lot of people nervous, and they don't want to screw up on it, so they want to get it right and they want to use it moving forward, but they want to make sure they're using it in the right way, and I know you help them do just that. So Dr. Lisa Palmer, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. For those of you that are watching and want to learn more, we'll show Dr. Lisa's information right here so you can get a hold of her. But thank you so much. Love to do a follow-up with you so that we can get even more on board with this ever-changing landscape of AI. Really appreciate you visiting with us.
My absolute pleasure. It continues to evolve, and I'll be happy to come back.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of The Small Business Show with Jim Fitzpatrick, exclusively on ASBN.com.